Hey guys, it's almost April Fool's Day, and while this isn't an animist holy day, it absolutely is a part of the wheel of life. The fool's an archetype that we sort of shun. We don't want to be a fool, and that's kind of a symptom of what is wrong with us in the West. So let's talk about that. Hi, I'm Laura Giles with Pan Society. Our channel is all about making modern animism accessible to the average Joe. So please send us your questions and comments. It really helps us out a lot. And that's where so much of our content comes from. So we want to hear from you. So subscribe and browse around. Maybe we have already answered your question. Okay, so April Fool's Day. Nobody really knows when that started or why, but it's a day of practical jokes, right? That's the fool's talent. He makes people laugh. He does ridiculous things. He plays, can sometimes sort of be a lunatic or a drunkard. So he's a wild card. He's somebody that you don't take seriously. And that is the energy that's sorely lacking in modern society. So we're so serious. It's like there's all these people who work, and strive all the time, creating ADD brains and surviving off of caffeine and anxiety for what? Have a big house or a vacation? People say that they want peace and fun, but we don't live that way, do we? And worse than that, we sometimes make fun of people who laugh, are a little bit crazy, or not so serious. We think that they're not with it. But the fool is actually wise. He's the only guy who can get away with telling the king the truth. And maybe he's the one who sees it because he's not structured and not following the rules. He doesn't have the blind spots that comes from all these rules. Like animism, no rules. He's the guy who doesn't want, he does what he wants to do. And he does what he feels like, and he laughs no matter what. And he's actually more spiritual than the rest of us because he's the one that embraces that oneness. He's the ultimate animist. He's not about goodness, what's moral or what's right. He's all of it. So think about it. The Joker's wild. And that card can be any card. How many of us are free enough to say that about ourselves? I don't know about you. There's a lot of things I don't want to be. I don't want to be a bum. I don't want to be a crazy person, a hooker, a drug dealer. You get the idea? Not that I'm judging any of that. I'm just saying that it wouldn't be comfortable. That's a hard life. And there are consequences to those lifestyles that I don't want. But how many of us would embrace it? Do you have that courage? Wouldn't it be free to be that guy? You know, sometimes it is us. Sometimes we do things or things happen that put us in positions we don't want to be in. And the fool rolls with it. He just has fun with it. There's no apologies, excuses, or fear-driven restraint. Nature's not judgy and serious. It just is. Everything helps everything else, and everything gives and takes. And somehow, it's all balanced. And the fool is like that too. Sometimes he's insanely hurtful and wild, and sometimes he's helpful and good. Look at the stories about the fool. But he has no thoughts about it. No judgment, it just is. And this is why he's tricky. You can't figure him out because there's nothing to figure out. He just is. He changes moment to moment, but is always truthful. If he feels naughty, he may do something naughty. If he feels kind, he may do something kind or sweet. He can tear down sacred institutions with a well-timed joke. So he's a bit of a hurricane at times. Sometimes he gives us a favor and doesn't even know where he's doing it. So we need him to not take ourselves so seriously. So don't be afraid to be a fool. Maybe when April's Fool's Day rolls around, instead of playing tricks on people, just laugh at yourself. Experiment. Play at something you don't think you could be. See yourself. And give people you don't like or don't think are acceptable grace. They're you. You're them. And if you want some help with this, I have a new journal coming out, hopefully in time for April Fool's Day. And I'll put the information on how to find it below. And it can help you to embrace the crazy, have some fun, free yourself, be a little silly, you know? So, happy April Fool's Day. Thanks for watching, guys. Ciao.